today we are going to be talking about reading and writing algebraic expressions. So this is the beginning of our second unit. So we need to start off with some vocabulary terms. The first one is expression. Numbers, variables, and operations grouped together to show the value of something. So a good example would be 3x plus 2. The second one is a variable, a letter or symbol that can be used for a value that can change. So in x plus 2, x would be your variable because this is the number that can change from equation to equation. Your next one is term, each number or variable in a sequence of operations. So if we were given 4x minus 7, 4x and 7 would both be terms. Coefficient is your next one. It is a numerical factor for a term that contains a variable. So in 4x, 4 would be your coefficient because it tells you what to multiply your variable by. And the last one is equation. An equation is a mathematical sentence that contains an equal sign. So for example, 3 plus 1 equals 4. Now, expressions and equations are basically the same thing. They are both mathematical sentences. However, your equation will have an equal sign in it, and that is the difference between an equation and an expression. Okay, so now let's move on, and we are going to talk about how to write an algebraic expression. We've been using these with order of operations, but now we're going to learn how to write them. So we're going to represent 8 less than 4 times a number. So our first step is we need to choose a variable for the number. So for this case, let's make it easy. We're going to do n for number. Now, we have to write 4 times n as one of our terms. So, can somebody raise their hand and tell me, how do we write 4 times n? Very good. 4 times n, or we can also write 4n because a number and a variable side by side means you multiply. In this case, your 4 is going to be your coefficient because that tells you what number we're multiplying times our variable. Okay, step 2. We need to identify the operation. So when we look at 8 less than 4 times a number, we see that phrase less than, and we know that indicates to subtract. So 8 less than means to subtract 8 from 4n. So in step 3, we need to write our expression. We need to put it all together. So 8 less than 4 times a number. So we start with our 4 times a number, and then we take 8 from it. So it would look like this, 4n minus 8. All right? Let's try one on your own now. So on your papers, I want you to write an algebraic expression to represent 6 more than twice the number. Go. All right. Now, we are going to flip this around, and we are now going to write a verbal expression. We're going to do the word form for the expression x divided by 3 plus 4. So, step 1 is to understand the first operation used in the expression. So in this case, we're looking at that right there. So x divided by 3 means a number, x divided by 3. Step 2, understand the second operation used. So we go to the second part of our expression. Plus 4 means plus 4. Step 3, use the operations to write a verbal expression. So we're putting the two that we just did together to get a number divided by 3 plus 4. All right, it's your turn again. Let's try one of these on our own. Write a verbal expression for the algebraic expression 3m minus 5. Go.